Now that we're done with the greeting, we'll start writing the body of an email. First, we need to write an introduction. This is where you would give some short background information about you or the reason you're writing. So it's sort of an introduction to the main text. If this is your first email to this person, the best thing is to introduce yourself and tell them why you're emailing them. Allow me to introduce myself. This is in reference to: if you have met before, don't assume that people will remember you, and don't take it personally if they don't. Simply remind them of who you are and how they know you, or where and when you've met. It was a pleasure meeting you last week at the conference. If this is not your first email, you can refer to any previous communication. Don't assume they know what you're talking about. So you can say, regarding our discussion about, with regard or in regard to your question about, further to our conversation on Monday. This is also where you could apologize for any delays in your reply. I apologize for the delay in replying, or my apologies for the delay. Although we're talking about a formal email, that doesn't mean that it should be a cold email. You can still be polite and friendly. You can say things like, I hope you're well. It was a pleasure to see you last week, to see you again, to meet you at the event, to talk to you, and so on. You can also thank them. Thank you for your email, message, time, letting us know about, taking the time to write to us. As you finish this short introductory paragraph, you can state the purpose of your email. You can say something like, I would like to let you know, to remind you, to ask you about. So basically a verb or a phrase that clearly describes your purpose. Another way to look at this part is to start with the ending, with the desired outcome and action that you expect from them. This is how you show respect for their time, by delivering your main point right away, so they don't have to read a long email to get to your point. Keep in mind that most people skim their emails. They skip paragraphs, especially if the email is long. So this approach is helpful. In an informal email, you can also thank them, tell them your reason for writing, and apologize for the delay. You may also open with questions about recent events or reference any personal information, same as you would in person. How's it going? How are the kids? How's everything? How was your vacation? Informal ways to state your purpose are just sending you an email, just writing, just to remind you. You can also say things like, I'm sorry I haven't written to you for so long, for ages. I have some great news. This is just a quick note to let you know it was great to hear from you, and so on. The introduction. Give some background, state your purpose.